It's the Morning Divas Sports Roundup. Here with all your sports action.
LeBron James with no regard for human life. Oh, God! Stokely down the sideline.
And Donovan has scored! Go, go, USA!
Fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series.
And news.
And we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we're talking about practice.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Hello? You play to win the game.
The AFNKC sports guru, Timbo Slice.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport.
We're going to run down the list of games we have coming up today, the NFL games this weekend, and I'll have my 5 NFL picks for you. Cool. Close it out. Starting off, we have today's NHL games, 9:05 a.m. We have the Anaheim Ducks at the New York Islanders. Also at 9:05, the Phoenix Coyotes and New York Rangers, the Carolina Hurricanes and Atlanta Thrashers, my beloved Boston Bruins traveling to take on the hated Montreal Canadiens, the Ottawa Senators at the Minnesota Wild, and then at 10:05 a.m., the the Los Angeles Kings take on the St. Louis Blues, the San Jose Sharks take on the Dallas Stars, and to close things out at 11:35, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs and Calgary Flames, and Columbus Blue Jackets and Edmonton Oilers. I would break those down for you a little bit, but I'm not the world's biggest hockey fan. You gotta, pick and choose.
Neither am I. I don't really like hockey either.
All right, today's college basketball games. We have Youngstown State at NC State, that's North Carolina State. Oral Roberts traveling to Missouri. Austin Peay playing Memphis. Weber State playing Tulsa. UC Davis at North Dakota State. Florida Atlantic playing Troy. Arkansas Little Rock travels to Rice. All those are 10 a.m. games. And at 12:35 in the afternoon, we have Northern Arizona traveling to take on the Arizona Wildcats, Pac-10 powerhouse. And now to today's NBA action, we have the Washington Wizards playing the New Jersey Nets. That game's at 9:05 a.m., but it replays tonight at 5 p.m. on AFN Sports if you want to watch it. The big game in the NBA today, it's the Atlanta Hawks traveling up north to Boston to take on the Celtics. The Hawks swept the Celtics all 4 times they played last year and took the Celtics to 7 games in the first round the year the Celtics went on to win the title in 08. So that's a bit of a rivalry there. That game will be on at 10 a.m. on AFN Extra. And then at 12:30, the San Antonio Spurs, and my sheet cut off the other team, travel to play somebody. I'm assuming it's somewhere in the West Coast because it's a 12:30 tip-off on AFN Extra. And on to the meat and potatoes of the sports weekend, it's the NFL. Today at 10 a.m. on AFN Sports, we have the San Francisco 49ers traveling to take on the San Diego Chargers. That game has huge playoff implications as both teams are in the hunt to win their division and cannot afford a loss this late in the season. The Cowboys take on the Redskins at home. Both teams seem to be out of the playoff race. This one's just a rivalry game, and they're playing for pride. This is both teams' Super Bowl, really. The Eagles play the Giants in another NFC matchup. That game is on AFN Extra at 3 a.m. Monday. That's a huge game because the Giants are 1 game back of the Eagles in the NFC East, both teams battling for a playoff spot there. The Saints travel to take on the Ravens on AFN Sports, also at 3 a.m. Both teams in the playoff race there, different conferences, different divisions, still a big, important game. The Browns play the Bengals. If you're a fan of either of those teams, I'm sorry, that's a meaningless game. Really, both teams should be trying to lose to get a better draft pick.
Nice.
There's no reason for either team to try and win. It's really a stinkfest at quarterback. Jake Delhomme taking on Carson Palmer. If you're gambling, stay away from that game. The Houston Texans at the Tennessee Titans. This is a bit of a grudge match because, as most sports fans know, the Tennessee Titans used to be the Houston Oilers and picked up and left town. The Texans took their place. Texans still kind of in the playoff race. The Titans seem to be falling out of it. Could be an important game. Next up, my beloved Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Detroit Lions. The Lions are out of it, but the Bucs are still in the wild card race at 7-5 and 1 game back. The Lions have been frisky. They beat the Packers last week, but the Bucs just seem to pull out games every week. Yeah, I don't know how they do it. They just pull it out. Another really bad game. We got the Panthers hosting the Cardinals. Those are 2 teams playing for a draft pick. The Jaguars play the Colts in a battle of division leaders, or the leaders of the division. Both teams in the hunt for the AFC South. The Colts are at home. That game is at 3 a.m. on AFN Prime Atlantic. The Chiefs play the Rams at home. Both teams are leading their division. The Rams, both teams surprisingly leading their division. But we still don't know if Matt Castle's going to be playing for the Chiefs. His status is uncertain. There's no line for that game. They're saying it'll be a game-time decision if he plays. But either way, I like the Rams at home with Sam Bradford at quarterback. Buffalo is hosting Miami. Miami's hosting Buffalo. Miami's not out of it yet. They're a long shot to make the playoffs. Buffalo is toast. I mean, they've played hard this year. They've been in some close games, but, you know, sometimes you just don't have it.
Yeah.
The Seahawks are hosting the Atlanta Falcons, and this is my upset special for the week. I like the Seahawks to straight up win this game. Seahawks at home. It's going to be cold. It's going to be rainy. That crowd is loud. The Falcons don't do well outside of a dome. Of their road wins, only 2 of them are outside. The rest of them are all dome games. Obviously, they're undefeated at home in the dome. So I like the Seahawks to win that game. They're in the playoff race. Atlanta's pretty much got the 1 seed wrapped up in the NFC. Next up, we have the Jets traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Oh, by the way, that Seahawks game, Falcons-Seahawks, is 6 a.m. on AFN Extra. Jets-Steelers, also 6 a.m. on AFN Sports. The Broncos travel to Oakland to play the Raiders. That's 6 a.m. AFN Prime Atlantic. Your Sunday night game, the Packers travel to New England to take on the red-hot Patriots at 10:15 Monday on AFN Sports. Aaron Rodgers' status still uncertain. Hasn't practiced all week because of a concussion. We'll see if he plays. I don't think either way the Packers can beat the Patriots. The Patriots are red-hot. No one's beaten them. Lock them down for a trip to Dallas in the Super Bowl. And then your Monday night game at 10:30 on Tuesday morning here in Korea on AFN Sports is the Chicago Bears traveling to Minnesota to play the Vikings. Still not certain where that game is going to be played due to the Metrodome's deteriorating condition. And no line because no one's sure if Brett Favre is going to play. My 5 NFL picks for the week: the Dallas Cowboys -6 over the Washington Redskins, the Philadelphia Eagles +3 over the New York Giants, the Baltimore Ravens -1 over the New Orleans Saints. Take the points and the Jets over the Pittsburgh Steelers, but I'm not picking them outright. I think the Steelers will still win that game. And then the upset special, Seattle +7 over Atlanta. For more sports from me, you can follow me on Twitter at @TheTimboSlice. You can find my column link there.
And that was the Morning Diva Sports Roundup with the AFN-KC sports guru, Timbo Slice.
You kidding me? That's all I got to say. Makes me want to puke.